walking and eating and unpacking, and just listen to me for a moment. I know you're all tired and hungry from the trip, and it's just so crowded that I know we're all losing our tempers. I was angry too, but wait until you hear what I saw. But I forget myself. Before I go on, let me tell you who I am. I am Charity from Cana of the house of David. I've come here with my 10-year-old son Reuben to pay the tax. Today started off just like any other day, but I would have much rather been home in my comfortable house in Cana instead of breathing the smell of cattle and sheep on the dusty road. I was so glad to see the inn tonight. Oh, but it's just as crowded as the road. My Reuben was putting away our animals, and he kept running back to me and saying, "There's no place for this animal, there's no place for that animal, and the cattle can't eat out of the manger," and how that boy can talk. Finally, I went out, expecting to fight with some rich man's servants. But what I found was a man and a woman using the manger for their newborn baby. The stable is no place for a baby. I was about to say something, but just then several shepherds just burst into the inn, into the stable. "Where is he?" said one. "The stars above the sky, above us in the sky. This must be the place," said another. I opened my mouth, but then they saw the baby in the manger. They just rushed right past me. They fell on their knees before the child in the manger and began to worship him. Then they presented him with a beautiful baby lamb. My Reuben wanted to play with it. I shook my head, but the man next to the woman, he must have been her husband, he motioned for Reuben to come over to the manger. I still stood back in the shadows, not wishing to intrude and not sure what to make of this scene. But then the man asked the shepherds how they knew about Jesus, the baby's birth. Then the shepherds said the most amazing thing. They said they'd been tending their flocks on the hills outside Bethlehem, and all of a sudden, the sky was filled with angels. And the angels said, "For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord." Could it be? Could that tiny baby in the manger really be the Messiah? The Messiah the prophets have prophesied about for centuries? The Messiah we've all prayed for? Can I trust the word of shepherds? But the star. I ran outside and I looked up into the sky above the stable. And there it was. I don't know how to describe it. It's unusually large and bright, and it glowed with a golden glow of unearthly brilliance. It must be the new star from heaven announcing the Messiah's birth, just like the shepherd said. Well, you can go out and see it for yourself. It's just above the stable. Oh, I know many of you expected the Messiah to come riding a white horse and ready for battle and free us from the rule of Rome. But maybe he will ride a white horse someday.